Lesson 7, adding and subtracting positive and negative decimals. So we're going to look at this the same way we would add and subtract integers. So first we're going to ask ourselves if you add or subtract. Well, when we look, we have a negative and a positive. So the signs are different, which tells us that we're going to subtract because the signs are different. Okay, so I'm going to go right down here and put a minus to remind me to subtract. Now, is the answer going to be positive, negative, or 0? Well, it's going to be positive because 8.9 is greater than 5.35. 8.9 is positive. Now I'm going to set up and solve the problem. I'm going to line up my decimal points and fill in the empty spots with zeros. So remember, when we subtract, we always need the larger number on top. So here we have 8.9. Notice that the decimal point is between the 8 and the 9. So we have the 8.9. Next we have 5.35. Again, pay close attention to where that decimal point is. It's between the 5 and the 3. Okay, I'm going to fill in my empty places with 0, and now I'm going to subtract. Well, if I have 0, I cannot take 5 away. So let's go next door and borrow 1. So I'm going to take it away from the 9, and that becomes an 8. Now that extra 1 that I borrowed, I'm going to give it to the 0 and make that a 10. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 8 minus 3 is 5. Bring down my decimal point, and 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay, and we said that our answer was going to be positive. So the final answer is 3.55. Or better yet, we can read it as 3 and 55 hundredths. Let's go to example 2. Okay, so next, this problem does not have a plus sign in it, so I want to rewrite it. So my first term, my first number, is a negative 15. I'm going to put that plus there. Remember, that means followed by. And my next move here is highlighted in green. That is a negative 22.6. Right, so let's go through the steps. The signs are the same. So I'm going to add. The bigger number is 22.6, and it's negative. So my answer is going to be negative. So let's go down to my problem and write plus so I don't forget to add, and then negative so I don't forget the sign in my answer. Right? Now, since I'm adding, it doesn't matter if the bigger number is on top. So we have 15. 15 is a whole number, so the decimal point is at the end. Think about if you were writing $15. You would put 15.00, not 0.15. Okay, now we have 22 wholes and the decimal point, and then the 6. Fill in the empty places with 0, and we'll add. And our final answer is negative 37.6 or negative 37.60. Remember, they're the same thing. And one more. Let's try one more. So in this example, and I'm going to erase this, we have to rewrite it again because there's no plus sign. Now watch how we rewrite this. We have a negative 3.82 followed by, now remember, two negatives become a positive because it's the opposite of a negative. So positive 0.2. The signs are different. So we're going to subtract. The bigger number is 3.8 and it's negative, so my answer is going to be negative. Okay, I'm going to put subtract down here so I don't forget, and I'm going to put negative here so I don't forget. Then we have 3.82 and we have 0.2. I'll fill in my empty spot with a 0. Let's remember to subtract. So we have 2, 6, and 3. So my final answer is negative 3.62. And that's it. Just go slow and remember to go through all of the steps.